Hello, hello, and welcome to our live today. Hello, my friends. Welcome, welcome. My name is Maggie, and I'm going to bring you more real estate exam practice questions. How are we doing today? Hope we're doing well. Don't forget, I go live these times right here on YouTube. Mondays at 11, Tuesdays at 4 p.m., Wednesdays at 4 p.m., and Thursdays at 11 a.m. right here on YouTube, all Eastern time zone. All right, so if you've missed us here, you could always catch us on TikTok. We go live these days and times, Mondays at 8, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m., and Wednesdays and Fridays at 11 a.m. I also host a special live on TikTok every Friday for Florida at 12 noon, so right after that 11 o'clock session. Give me 1 second. I totally forgot to put do not disturb. So thank you guys so much for being here. And just to remind you, I'm a licensed real estate instructor and right here in Florida, but what I bring you is good for all states, okay? So let's see here, we got my math cram. So if you have not signed up for my math cram yet, please do so. It is going to be a great opportunity for you to buckle down on those questions that you already have in the math and perfect you in the exam. So when you're ready, you go out there and you face those questions with no fear. You got this. Hello, Sumit. How are you, my friends? Thank you so much for being here. You're so sweet. Thank you, thank you. So yes, what you could do, the link for this to sign up, it's going to be Saturday, June 22nd. The link is in the description box below, okay? So it's going to be on Zoom. We're going to have it there. Even if you cannot attend the course, you will get a link to the recording of this course. So you can do that as well. And also for the other cram that I have as well. So hi, everybody. Welcome, Alicia, Elham. Hello. Good luck on your test tomorrow. Elham, Tasha, hi. All right. So sign up. It's going to be a great session. We're going to have Q&A. We're going to have practice questions out there. And I am going to guide you through all of these questions. All right. All right, guys. Also, if you are interested in tutoring, I just wanted to let you guys know I do have tutoring available. This is one-on-one. I do provide help for the math, the national portion of the exam only, and if you are studying for the Florida. So Florida is the only state I could provide state-specific help on, so I can do the rest. So yeah. So like, for example, if you're like in Arkansas, I can help you with the national portion of the exam, but I can't help you with the state portion, okay? Like Arkansas concepts. All right, here we go. Let's get started on our first question out the gate. Hello, Paula, welcome. Oh, Lorena, good luck to you, my love, on your test tomorrow. Let's see here what we got at this first question. How would the purchase price be correctly entered on a closing statement? Will it be A, debit seller, credit buyer, B, debit seller, disbursement to broker, C, debit buyer, credit seller, or D, debit buyer, disbursement to broker? All right, so let me know what you guys think the answer is to this in the chat. Hi, Sandra. Welcome, my friend. Thanks for coming in with all that love. Appreciate that. All right, so when I'm faced with questions like this, remember, if it's debit seller, it's going to be credit buyer, vice versa, right? So I never heard of disbursement to broker, so we're going to just cancel that out and this one out. So now we got to determine, is it debit seller, credit buyer, or is it debit buyer, credit the seller? Now, remember when we are talking about the purchase price, who gets the purchase price? Who gets the money? The buyer gets a loan, typically, and then the money is given to the seller. So remember, when you get money, right? So remember, when you return the product, you're getting a credit back. So the answer to this one is definitely C, okay? The credit the seller. We got to give the money to the seller, okay? Debit, remember, is takeaway. The buyer is buying the property. So they're definitely going to take the money away from the buyer and then give it to the seller. Okay, hopefully that clears that up. So I know that you guys, I taught you very well that 9 times out of 10, it's debit seller, credit buyer. This is the 1 out of 10 times that you will see it on the exam where it's the opposite. Okay, so just remember, purchase price, since the seller is receiving the funds, they are going to get credited the amount. All right. In taxes, it's different. Yes, correct, Sandra. Correct. So in proration, it would be this. Okay? Purchase price, since it's the seller is going to be getting the money, we're crediting that seller. Okay? So hopefully that helps. All right, guys, good. Way to start out. Here we go, number 2. If you owned one section of land described as S25, which means section 25, township 2 south, range 2 west, what section would be 2 sections to the west of your section? Now, a lot of states don't really get this. Remember, this is part of the government rectangular survey system where we're talking about townships and sections. Okay? Nancy G, yes, it will be posted to my YouTube whenever I get off, and it takes a while for it to like actually post. That's what I've noticed. So, yeah, it might be on there probably by tomorrow or tonight. All right, so let's talk about this one. So we're talking about a section. Now, let me take out my little chart of sections. Okay, remember this whole entire box, the white part, is a township. These are sections. Okay, all of these are sections. So if it's saying tier 2S R2W and it wants to know 2 sections to the west, west means going to the left. And we're talking about section 25. Section 25 is this one right here. So 2 over would be 1, 2. This one, 27. And since we're still in the same township, that means we're still in the same portion here. So the answer to this one is A. Yes. All right, so that one is confusing, but it's okay. You got this. Don't forget that you number these from right to left, and then it's kind of like a snake like this. Okay? So until 36, and then it ends. So start here at the right, go towards the left, and then a snake until you get to 36. Remember, 36 sections in a township. All right, very good, you guys. Good job. Let me know if you guys have any questions whatsoever. All right, here we go. Next question. If a property will be taxed at $4,125 and its assessed value is $225,000, what is the mill rate for this taxing jurisdiction? Okay. So let me know what you guys think the answer is to this. This screams of T-chart, right? Because we got mills. So let's take out the T-chart. So don't be shy. Put your answer in the chat. Let's see here. Okay, remember mills are always out of 1,000. Okay, and we could convert the rate column to mills. So that means we divide by 1,000 when we see mills, right? Remember, mill in Spanish is like mil, which means 1,000. Okay? All right, we're getting some answers in. Let's see here. So if the total assessed value is 225 and taxes are this amount, remember taxes are always based on assessed value. So there, that means that we can put the $4,125 in the part section and 225,000 in the total section. So we're going to divide. So $4,125 divided by 225,000, right? That's going to leave us with 0.018333 repeating. Okay? But remember, since we're out of the box here, we're going to now multiply. We got to multiply by 1,000 now. Okay? So 0.018333 times 1,000 means 18.3 mils. Okay, so the answer here is C. Very good. Yeah, look at all those C's in the chat. Very, very good. All right, so hopefully we don't have any questions on that. You guys are rocking. Good job. All right, so let me know if you have any questions whatsoever on these. I'll be more than happy to help you. Remember, when you have mils given in the question and you put it here, that's when you divide by 1,000. Other than that, you're going to multiply when you're down here. Okay, so that's a good way to remember it. Good job. All right, number 4. This one's a tricky one. Is that the same for percentage? Yes. Yes, inspiring minds. Very good. That is exactly. But remember, for percent, you're going to be doing by 100. 100. Okay? So you're going to divide by 100 in the box. Outside of the box, you multiply by 100. That's the difference. Okay? All right. Number 4. This one's a little tricky. So put your thinking caps on. It says, how many acres does a parcel of land measuring 330 feet by 60 yards contain? All right. Drop your answer in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. Can you explain number 2? Number 2. Okay, Sumit, I will. All right, so how many acres does a parcel of land measuring 330 feet by 60 yards contain? Now, remember, we're talking, they want acres. We know that 1 acre equals 43,560 square feet. So square feet is only found if we find area. Okay, remember, area is base times height. But we can't find area yet because this is feet and this is yards. So I have to convert yards into feet. Okay, so we know that 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. So let's convert that. Okay, so I'm going to take 60 yards. This is how I do it. Okay, may not work for all of you, but this is how I do it. Because I have a trouble like, oh, do I multiply or do I divide? Right? I know 3 is involved, but am I going to divide or am I going to multiply? So this is a good way of doing it. So you're going to multiply, you're going to put another thing, fraction bar here, and you're going to put yards down here. All right, yards. So this number, 1 yard, I'll put it here. And then 3 feet goes on top. So now the yards cancel out. And now all I have to do is just multiply these two. So 60 times 3 is going to give me 180 feet. Okay? There you have that. Now we have feet. So now we could find the square footage of this property to then find the acreage. Okay? So now let's take 330 feet and multiply it by 180 feet. That now is going to give us 59,400 square feet. And now to find the area, the acreage, how many acres is in here? Well, we're going to take 59,400 square feet and we're going to divide it by 43,560 square feet. And we're going to get 1.36 acres. So we see this is 5 or more. We can round this up 1. So it's 1.4 acres. And there you have it. So the answer here is B. Okay. There you go. Look at all those B's in there. All right. So let's go over number 2 again really quick. So here it's saying if you owned one section of land described as section 25. Section 25 is that one. Okay. And it's in this tier 2, which looks just like this. Let me see here. Okay. So let me crop this really quick so that we can shrink it in here. Okay. So this is saying tier 2S R2W. So tier 2S is here. R2W is here. So we're talking about this township right here. So if that township, let's say, is this township here, you own section 25. 2 sections to the west of you, meaning to the left, would be section 27. That's it. You're in the same township. It's not like if it said, if you're in section 29, you own section 29, 2 away would be section 25, but in this township. Get it? Hopefully that clarifies it a little bit. It's very confusing. These are very like weird to kind of remember, but that's basically how it is. Okay? Do you mind going over on question 4? Question 4. Here we go. All right, hold on. I have some other questions here, so let me answer them real quick. Maggie, in Saturday's class, do we have any 5 to 10 minute breaks? Yes, absolutely. It would be, yeah, every hour, I would say, because I have to, drink water, stretch my legs, rest my voice. Definitely. In this question, I say looking for the neighbor. All right, so here, question 4. So we have 2 different dimensions here, 2 different units. I'm sorry, not dimensions, units. We have feet and we have yards. Okay, so if we have feet and yards, we can't really find the area of the home. So let's say, for example, it measures like this. You have 330 feet here and 60 yards here. You can't multiply these two unless these units are the same. So we're going to convert 60 yards into feet. So 60 yards, each yard has 3 feet. So 60 yards times 3 feet gives me 180 feet. Okay, so now that I have it converted to feet, this now becomes 180 feet there. Now I can multiply these 2, get the area, which is here, and then just divide it by the acreage amount of square footage, and then I get my number of acres. Okay, that was a really difficult question. Thanks for doing this. It's definitely confusing. Mandy, passed the state today. Need to take the national again. I'm here for your help. Awesome. Congrats on the state. Well, sign up for my national cram course on Saturday. It's the link is well, the link is in some of my previous videos. It's for the National Exam Blitz. It's what it's called. It's for June 8th. If you want, send me a message. I'll be more than happy to send you the link. But get back in there, girl. Get back in there and take it as soon as you can. All right, so yay, I love it. Oh, Ohio, wow. All right. All right, so number five. Number five, it says, what is a tax shelter? Is it A, a legal method of decreasing tax liability? B, an illegal method for hiding taxable income? C, an illegal method of hiding funds from the IRS? Or D, a legal form of property tax exemption? Drop your answer in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. I might need your tutoring. Oh, yeah, I would love to help you. I'm also hosting a math cram, so don't forget about that. All right, so remember, a tax shelter is legal. So we can easily get rid of B and we can get rid of C because they're not a tax shelter. Having a tax shelter is not illegal. Okay? So now we're stuck between A and D. Now, a tax shelter, really what it is just a way to lower your tax amount, what you owe on taxes. It's not a way to just exempt yourself from taxes. So, okay, here we go. All right, so tax exemption means you don't have to pay any taxes. Okay? Decreasing tax liability is a way better way of describing a tax shelter. Okay? So, there you have it. All right, guys. Don't forget, sign up for my math cram. Okay, so we have 2 crams going on this month. We have one on Saturday, and we have this one scheduled for June 22nd. We've had quite a few people have already signed up for the math cram, so don't forget to grab your spot and make it happen. So it is going to be live on Zoom. It's going to be interactive. I'm going to be providing you practice questions, so come with your calculators, paper, pencil ready to work and train like a math rock star. That way you and math can become friends and you can totally rock those questions on your exam and feel absolutely fantastic about yourself. Because when you crush those exams questions on the math, you're going to see how powerful you feel. Trust me, it is amazing. I have people calling me every day telling me how they practiced the math and felt so fantastic when they passed the exam because of the math. So check it out. I know math isn't a huge portion of the exam, but it could be those 2 to 3 points that mean pass or fail. Okay, so check it out. The link is in the description box. If you can attend, like what I've been saying is the class is going to be going on this. I'm definitely going to be recording it. So if you can attend Saturday or if something comes up and you got to run, don't worry. The link will be sent to you after the course is complete, and that way you can review it later. Okay, so I forgot to mention that before, but that way you guys know. All right, so sign up. It's great. You're gonna have a good time. All right. Also, if you're one of those that like to just study independently, then you can check out my math e-workbooks, Math Skills for Real Estate Success. Our bundle, which is amazing, comes with 2 volumes from area to proration and from discount points all the way to appreciation and depreciation. So check it out. We have this available for you in the link in the description box. You get $5 off if you use this promo code, okay, at checkout. So bonus 5 is the promo code that you should use at checkout. if you want to get $5 off. So check it out. It's a really good resource for you if you like it. It comes with over 100 math practice questions in each book, in the back, with full explanations, okay? Not just the answer, like the whole full explanation, okay? So check it out. The link is there for you guys. All right, here we go. Number 6. What is the opposite of north 10 degrees east? All right, what do you guys think the answer? Yes, Tiffany, no, for sure. I would love to have you there. That would be great. What it means, shelter, a way to park money. That's what it means, Marco. It's a way to put money somewhere. Oh my gosh, I just got this shirt and now I got a journey. All right, so let's see here. Do we have answers yet? Remember, we're talking about the opposite of north 10 degrees east. Okay? All right, we're getting some answers in. Nice. So remember, when they're talking about opposite, all they want you to do is change these things. So remember your compass thingy, right? North, east, south, west. Never eat shredded wheat. That's how we learned it when like in 3rd grade, I guess. That was how we learned it. Somebody said never eat soggy waffles, which to me, that's the only way to eat waffles if they're soggy. With, of course, that yummy pancake sauce. Anyway, or pancake syrup, sorry, not sauce. Pancake syrup. All right, so the opposite of north is south. The opposite of east is west. And this number just stays the same. So the answer here is D, you guys, D. All right, so visually, what does this look like? Now, this is how it looks like. So you guys are familiar with the meets and bounds, fun stuff, okay? Remember, you have your north, east, south, and west directional thingies. So let's graph north 10 degrees east. That would be something like this. This would be north 10 degrees east, right? Because it's going north. And then 10 degrees, meaning this here, 10 degrees. And then east is here, this way. So the opposite would be like this, where it's going south, 10 degrees, west. Okay? Hopefully that helped. I don't know if you'll see something like this on your exam. Pretty easy stuff. I know Florida definitely has something like this, but yeah. All right. Number 7. Number 7 says, if a sales associate is entitled to 60% of all commissions earned and sells a property for $64,000 with a 7% commission due to the broker, how much should the broker pay the sales associate? Okay, so this is a commission problem. You guys need to know how to work the commission problems because this is how you're going to get paid, right? This is how you're going to get paid. So we know with commission, we're going to pull out the T-chart because commission and T-chart go together. You guys, if I'm providing any value to you and you're learning all kinds of new stuff or just enjoying this life, smash that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. That way it helps our channel. We're trying to grow here in YouTube so that way we can help educate more aspiring agents like you, because that is my journey, my sole purpose here on this world. So yes. Yay, Sandra, thank you. Don't forget to like. I love that. Thank you. All right, so remember, when it comes to commission, it is always the amount that the property sells for, which is $64,000. We're always basing it off that, Okay, we're always going to start with what the house sells for, and then we're going to take just the small percent because that's what the seller has to pay. So small percent of the sales price. Remember, the word of means multiply. So it's going to be 7% of that sales price. So 7 out of 100 going to equal 0.07. So let's find out how much the seller paid in commissions. So 64,000 times 0.07 is going to give us $4,480. So that's the total commission the seller paid. And now that gets broken up between the agent and the broker. So now we can put the 4480 here and the 60% here. Convert that. 60 out of 100 is 0.6. And now let's multiply again. So 4480 times 0.6, and that is going to leave us with a commission payout to the agent of $2,688. Nice, cha-ching. So the answer here is C. All right, good job, you guys. I saw the C's in the chat. Excellent work. Good, good, good. Aviana, I have my test tomorrow, the math jackpot. My first try, I got 70 out of 75. So I got it this time because of you. Yay! I love it. You see, guys, I told you the math can be the way to pass. I'm telling you, all it takes is just a couple math questions to understand how to do, and you can totally boost your score. So yes. So the agent only gets half of the 4480. Close to half. Close to half. A little more than half. Half would be 50%. So a little close to half. Yes. Good luck. Yes, good luck, Aviana. I love that. I did it backwards, but got the same answer. Okay, Alicia. Yes, I'm sure you can, but just be careful with that. Okay. So remember, it's always the sales price times what the seller pays, right? Which is the small percent. And then you're going to break this up by the broker agent split. All right. Good, but good job on that. All right, let's see here. Number 8. Oh, our favorites. A tenant paid rent of $450 on the first of the month when due. The property sold on March 12th and the day of closing belonged to the seller. What is the amount of the rent proration and how should it be entered on the closing statement? Okay, you guys, we got a proration question here. Are we going to do dam or dams? What do you guys think we're going to do here? Drop it in the chat. Which one are we doing? Dam or dams? We got a rental here. Oh, okay, I did the 60% first and the 7, but now I know smaller first. Yes, think of it as CSB, like commission small big. I know that sounds like it should be CBS, right? Like our TV stations, but it's the opposite. So CSB. Commissions is small big. And then points would be PBS, where it would be points big small, right? I don't know if that makes sense. That's how I remembered it. All right. Dams. Yes, you guys rock. We're going to do the dams method. Yes, yes, yes. Correct. Why are we doing dams? Because it's a monthly amount. It is a rental. And remember, the dams method is the 4 steps you're going to take to solve this proration question. That's all. If you guys have any questions regarding the dam or dams method, make sure to check out my video, credits and debits, or debits versus credits. It explains this dams method all the way. Okay, so divide, add, multiply, subtract. That's all we're doing. All right. So the first one is divide. We're going to take the total amount of rent. And since it's a monthly thing, we're only dividing by 30 or 31, right? Because it's a monthly thing and it's in March. So March, remember, if we go January 31, February 28, March has 31 days. So we're going to divide by 31 days here. And when we do that, we get a total of 14.516129, I guess. Don't round here, y'all, okay? Just leave what the calculator gives you. You can do at least 4 to 5, okay? You don't have to go all the way, but you'd have to definitely get at least 4, okay? That's what the books tell you. So now the second step is to add. So what are we adding? We're just going to add up the days the seller owns the property. So we know that the seller owned the property March 1st all the way till March 12th because the day of closing belongs to the seller. So that's it. On March 13th, the buyer is the new owner. So that's going to equal 12 total days. Okay? Don't be shy. Put your answer. If you guys got the answer, drop it in the chat. So the third step is multiply. All we're doing is multiplying these two. That's it. We already did the hard part. So 14.516129 times 12 is going to give us 174.193. So since this is not 5 or greater, we're just going to leave it at 19. Okay, so now this amount right here, 174.19, is what the seller keeps, right? Because he owned the property that time. He owned the property all these days, 12 days. And if it's 14 something a day, and he owned it for 12 days, the seller gets to keep this amount out of that total amount of rent. So now let's find out how much the seller has to fork over to the new buyer, because it's not fair for the seller to keep the whole 450. So of course the last step would be subtract. So 450 minus 174.19, and that's going to equal $275.81. So this is now what the seller has to fork over. So we can cross this one out, cross this one out. But here it says debit seller, credit buyer, or debit buyer, credit seller. Well, we got to take away from the seller. So it's definitely debit seller, credit buyer. So the answer here is C. Okay? Ooh, we got to work on these. Okay, you got to be careful with these. Okay, so remember, this is what the seller keeps. This is what the seller owes to the buyer. Think about that. Okay, so remember, at the beginning of the month, March 1st, the seller owned the property, and the tenant paid them on the 1st of the month. So the seller's holding on to $450. Almost midway through the month, he sells the property. So he doesn't get to keep this entire amount. He's got to share that now with the buyer. That's how it's done. So that's why we do this. Okay? So that'll help you guys. All right, so just remember, DAMS is for rental or monthly payments like HOA, utility bills, etc. Okay? You're going to use DAMS method to find out how much the seller owes to the buyer. It's the credit debit part that gets me every time. I know, Alicia, me too. That's how it was for me, but now it's like second nature. So remember, a debit is takeaway. Using your debit card anytime you go out, right? You go and you buy some shoes. You swipe your debit card. What happens? You get a minus in your bank account. They subtract money from you. If you go return those shoes, you're going to get a credit, a plus. Okay? So just remember it like that. I always remember everything with shopping, you know? So that's just me. All right, guys. Awesome. Number 9. Thank you, Tiff. I appreciate that. Number 9 says, which of the following cannot be used by the Federal Reserve to change or control the money supply? Is it A, change the discount rate, B, alter income tax rates, C, increase or decrease the reserve requirements, or D, buy or sell government notes? All right, let's see here. So number 9, we're talking about the Federal Reserve and what it can or cannot do. So what do you guys think the Federal Reserve cannot do? Okay, because it's saying here cannot do. So what do you think? Drop the answer in the chat. We are talking about discount rates, income tax rates, the reserve requirements, or government notes. So remember what the Federal Reserve is. Federal Reserve is the one that everyone's always talking about, right? What's the Fed gonna do today? Are they gonna lower interest rates? What are they doing? Okay, so obviously they are in charge of the money supply, right? Like that's our Federal Reserve System, right? Our banking. So income tax rates, though, that's definitely not a part of the Federal Reserve. That is a part of the other crazy people, those fantastic people that will not be named, the IRS, right? The Internal Revenue Service, or whatever the heck it's called. Yes. So the IRS is in charge of income tax, right? Tax. That's the IRS. Keyword, income tax. Okay? So Federal Reserve is not in charge of income tax. That's the Internal Revenue. All right. Number 10. A $40,000 mortgage for a term of 20 years was originated at an 8% interest rate with monthly mortgage payments of $334.58. What is the principal balance remaining after the first monthly payment? Okay, now, with this question, I want you to know that there could be 3 different versions of this on your exam. Okay? 3 different types of questions. It could ask this: what's the balance after the first monthly payment? It could be, what is the amount of interest that went to the first monthly payment? Or it could be, what is the amount that went towards principal on the first monthly payment? Okay? So it's 3 different types of questions that could come up on your exam about this. All right? Wait, what was it? Because I'm watching my kids in this. Oh, it was income tax rates. B. B was the answer. All right, can we go back to 9 before we leave? Yes. Reverend dear, hi. Hello. Yes, Lily DC, very good. Answer to number 9 is B. Very good. All right, so for these I like to do kind of like the pip sandwich. So remember that. Start with the balance. And that's going to be our old balance. And then we're going to have a payment. We're going to have interest. We're going to have the principal amount. And then we're going to have the new balance. So do you see how it's, why I call it the pip sandwich? The balances are the burger buns. Okay? So let's fill in this chart. Okay, now remember, this is the payment here, the monthly mortgage payment. So you need to remember that the mortgage payment consists of the principal amount, this here, plus the interest, this here. Got it? So let's fill in the chart. So we have $40,000 mortgage. That's going to go here. We have a payment of $334.58. That'll go here. Now I got to find interest. How could I find interest? Well, I have that amazing formula called simple interest. That's I equals P times R times T. And that gives me the interest. So let's plug in what we got. So my interest is going to equal the principal amount for this month is $40,000. The rate is my interest rate here at 8%. Okay? So 8% converted into a decimal is 8 over 100, which equals 0.08. So I'm going to put that here. Okay? So the T is time. Time is always based in years. But we're only talking about 1 month here, so we have to convert 1 month into a whole year. How do we do that? Well, we say 1 month out of a total of 12 months. So therefore, that means we're just going to divide by 12 here. Okay? So I get a total amount of interest from this first month of 266.666 repeating, which is rounded to 266.67. So now that interest goes here. So if this number right here is this plus this, all I have to do is subtract these two and I find the principal, right? I'll say it again. If this amount of payment is this amount plus this amount, right? Principal plus interest, I just subtract these two and I find the principal. So I'm going to take 334.58 and subtract 266.67. I end up with $67.91. So that goes here. So that means these two add up to equal this sucker. Okay? And now all we have to do, since this is the only portion that's going to eat away this balance, all I do is subtract those two. So I'm going to take $40,000 and subtract $67.91, and I'm left with $39,932.09. And there it is. Oh, the answer here is A. So there's 3 different questions that we can go over on these. Okay? So if they ever ask you, what is the amount that went towards interest for the first month, this would be your answer. Right here, this one. I could put the balance here. If they ask you how much of this payment went towards principal, this would be your answer. Right? This one right here. Okay? So that's how it works. So they have 3 different ways to ask you this question. It's the same process. So if you could get to here, you're good. Okay? You will know, okay, this is how much went towards interest. This is how much went towards the principal. This is now my new loan amount, which is what they're asking. The principal balance. Okay? This is advanced, this is one of the advanced questions on the exam. But I think what they may ask you is just how much interest went to the first month. I think that's as far as they'll go. So you just got to know to do this. This right here, especially this, the divide by 12. That is the key. Everybody forgets this. And they want to put times 1, and it's not going to work. Okay? All right, so we had another question regarding the other, which one was it? Do I have a sheet with all the methods I use? Michelle, no, but I will have one for my cram. For my cram, if you sign up for my cram, I will provide it the day of the cram. Wait, what was it? Because I'm watching kids in this. Can we go back to number 9? Okay, that's the number 9. All right, so do we have questions on this? Let me know. All right, 9. Here's number 9. What's our question on number 9? Engine, number 9. Oh, Ravendeer, I passed the national exam today, and here in Arkansas, you provided good education. Thanks for all your good videos. Ah, yay, congratulations. Good job, Ravendeer. I love the sounds of that. That is great. I am taking my exam for the 5th time. Any tips? I got a 76. Crystal Chip, good luck to you. Just concentrate, look at the questions, look them over, practice, practice, practice. All right. Yes, look at all that good help. All right, so what was the question we had here on number 9? That is such great news. All right, so here, Federal Reserve, remember, is the money circulation. They don't have any kind of jurisdiction over income taxes or changing the income tax rates. That is the Internal Revenue Service. I don't even know what it's called. I think it's that. So, yes, that is how it works. So, the income tax rates is the IRS, and that is something Federal Reserve cannot change or control. Okay? Just like everyone thinks the president controls the interest rates, that is not true. The Federal Reserve does. Okay? The Federal Reserve is held by a chairman. The chairman right now is Jerome Powell. So he is the one in charge of up and down the mortgage rates and all that fun stuff that we got going on. So yes, okay? So that is how it's worked. The only thing having to do with the president here, and I don't want to get political, I'm just spitting out facts, okay? The president elects the Federal Reserve chair, period. That's it, okay? So the one that we have now is called Jerome Powell, and he's the chairman of the Fed. So you'll hear it all the time as a real estate agent. Oh, the mortgage rates, what are the Feds gonna do? Blah, 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 okay? So that is definitely something that you need to just know about, all right? All right, guys, sign up for my math cram. The link is in the description box below. It is going to be for Saturday, June 22nd, 12 to 4 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be on Zoom, and we're going to have Q&A sessions. It's going to be like, we're going to be hitting those books, working out questions, problems, you name it. We're going to go over all of that, the math concepts for your exam, which, you know, could be the difference with pass or fail. Okay, so check it out. You could sign up. You could either go to my link in my, you could go to my website at justcallmaggie.com, or you can just click on the link in the description box below and you will see it there. So sign up. I'd love to have you. If not, you can just get our book, Math Skills for Real Estate Success. The bundle is provided in the description box below. We offer our live participants $5 promo code, which is bonus 5 today. So make sure to check it out and use bonus 5 at checkout today only. So check it out. Each book gets over 100 math practice questions and answers and full explanations in the back. So it's a great way for you to practice. And I actually created this. This is a digital workbook. No physical product will be mailed to you. It will be emailed to you so you could start working right away. Okay, so it is a great way to practice and learn those concepts. You can print it out. You can leave it on your computer. You can put it here on your tablet, or even look at it through your phone. So make sure to grab your copies today. Also, yes, bought that math 1 to 2. Good, I love it. Look at that. And then you passed. I love it. And then you passed. Woo, Ravendeer. Ravendeer. That's such great news. All right, guys. Also, if you're looking for a Florida real estate license, make sure to check out my real estate school, Maggie's Real Estate Academy, where we provide all the online courses that you need for your Florida licensing. So check it out. This would be the class that you would need to start with if you are brand new. Sometimes if you're from 10 different states, there's 10 certain states that we have mutual recognition with, and all you would have to do is take the state portion. And guess what? I also have that class too. So make sure to check it out. It is justcallmaggie.com. So you can check out there all the cool information that we got going on in our school. So it is all online. You go at your own pace. Also, if you're in need of any kind of tutoring, private one-on-one, we set up on Google Meet, and we can go over math, national concepts, or Florida concepts, whatever it is that you need to go over. I cannot help with any other state specific concepts besides Florida, okay? Math, national concepts, that's all. I got you. All right, so check it out. The link is in the description box below where you can sign up for private tutoring. And yeah, I'd love to meet you guys. Here's our quote for today. It says, even a mistake may turn out to be the one thing necessary to a worthwhile achievement. So go out there, make it happen. You guys got this. We are rock stars, you guys. So here is my YouTube live schedule. Every Monday at 11, Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 4 p.m. and Thursdays at 11 a.m. And these are all Eastern time zones. So make sure to make a note of that on your calendars. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just Call Maggie is where it's at. Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed our show today. Thank you all so much for coming here to my channel and supporting me and just spreading positivity everywhere. That's the way we do it. Thank you all so much, Ravendeer. Congratulations to you. Very proud of you. Have a great evening to you all. I will see you guys tomorrow right here at 11 o'clock a.m. I know I heard that today and I just repeated it, but thank you guys. I adore you. Have a lovely evening. Ravendeer, thank you so much. Have a lovely evening, you guys, and happy studying. Take care. Bye-bye.